The Trump administration is also cracking down tonight on illegal commercial driver's licenses in Minnesota. The Department of Transportation says it's ready to pull millions in federal highway funding if the state does not fix mistakes made in CDLs given to foreign drivers. Here's Lou Raguse.
Among the people eligible for a commercial driver's license to become a truck driver are foreign drivers who are in the country legally on temporary status, like a work visa or exchange program. But a recent audit by the U.S. Department of Transportation found that Minnesota has violated federal rules in 1 out of every 3 of those licenses it's issued.
The Minnesota Trucking Association believes that the audit was appropriate, and we think if there are things that are identified that need to be corrected, they need to be corrected.
John Hausladen, president of the Minnesota Trucking Association, says they depend on state-issued CDLs to be accurate and legal. But according to a letter delivered to the Minnesota Public Safety Commissioner, the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration found instances of foreign drivers issued CDLs in Minnesota without verifying the driver's lawful presence in the U.S. In addition, the audit found CDLs that expire years after the foreign driver's work permit expires.
I believe the state's going to correct it. We work with those agencies. We're certainly going to do our part to make sure that they do it right, because it's a partnership that has to work.
The Trump administration has focused on audits such as these after a deadly crash in Florida in August caused by a truck driver in the country illegally who was issued a CDL by California. After that, California revoked 17,000 CDLs for foreign drivers. And if Minnesota doesn't address its issues, the transportation secretary threatens to withhold $30.4 million in federal highway funds.
Just in the last 30 minutes, the Minnesota Department of Public Safety Driver and Vehicle Services responded. They say there are 2,117 of these types of CDLs issued, and that they already audited and canceled some licenses, although they didn't say how many. The DVS statement also says they believe that there were some inaccuracies in that federal letter, but they didn't say what those inaccuracies allegedly were. For now, DVS has paused issuing those types of licenses, and they say they're working on the required action plan in order to make sure that that money continues to flow.
And that they're in compliance. And to be clear, these aren't new laws or new rules that are in place.
Correct. This is an audit of the existing federal rules for these types of CDLs. And if the 1/3 number ends up being right, that would affect about 700 drivers. But again, DVS did not tell us how many they actually canceled.
All right. Thank you, Lou.